I'm Xiaoling Zhou from Children Med Insight. For my part, I mainly introduce app.file, the app file, and the data collection file. So in data collection file, the function mainly used um, to create or fetch the data from the database or store the embedding vector into the database. So yeah, I create database and the connect to database and create embedding table and vectorize and store and the process PDF to text chunks. Okay, in app files, which is the main file, we get the PDF from the website and then vector get the text from the PDF and then get the text chunks and then we use doc2vec model here because actually we can use OpenAI embedding function, but well it charges a lot, so we just use train the doc2vec instead, but we will use the OpenAI embedding in question answering part. So yeah, that part will introduced by my teammates. And yeah, we vectorize the text chunk, and then store it into the PDF database. And yeah, and we fetch the embedding from the database because it would be used in the later process, like the question answering part. So yeah, get the closest chunks. We select the top 5, which is related to the question that user asked. Yeah, here's the main function. We use the string lift app for better upload the PDF files. Yeah, so that's all about my part, and other part will be introduced by my teammates.
Hello, I'm Janvi Pradhan, and here's a description of the functions that are contributing to GPT giving the response for the chatbot that we're trying to build. So the first function is get GPT response. This is basically just a Python version of what we actually do when we open GPT, type in a question and GPT gives us an answer. This is exactly what is happening. The input string is the question that we're asking. API key is specific key for that OpenAI's developer account. And this function returns the response that the GPT API is giving. Talking about the next function, that is augment prompt. So we're simply not asking GPT the question whatever the user has asked, because that will be a very generic chatbot. Instead, we're sending the top five closest chunks that would help answer the question in a better way. So we're kind of helping GPT with context specific to that particular question. So we're augmenting our prompt here. We're telling GPT that you are a context-aware chatbot that answers questions based on the information I provide. And we're just telling that use the information below to answer this particular question. Then this is basically the augmented prompt that we're sending to GPT, and GPT is giving the response, and that response we're printing on our front end. So yeah, I think my teammates will continue with the rest.
Cushion from Children Med Insight, and today I'm just gonna do a little bit demo of how we are implementing our chat box. I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit of after we uploaded PDF. We're gonna display the message and send it back to our after vectorization, send back to um, our database, and then find the top 5 closest similarity chunks, and based on that chunks and GPT API will generate the answer. And then the chatbox design is just based on a template. What we changed is how we display the answer, and then the question and the answer. So question is on the right hand side, and then the answer is on the right. And I'm just gonna go ahead and run. So yeah. Okay, so this is the app. And then from now, there's 2 books already uploaded. So we can just ask one of the questions. Then it's getting the answer. Okay, and then maybe we can ask another question that is based on the large language model that I already prepared earlier. For example, yeah. And then after, if we just want to quit this, we can just type quit, and then the chat is ended.